FXBros.
Good morning, y'all. Trying to get the music. Hey man, y'all shout out to everybody that joined last night. Also the two or three subscribers that just subscribed to the channel. Yeah, shout out to y'all. Y'all about to learn a lot throughout these next few years that we continue these lives and showing y'all how we interact in these markets. You just gotta continue to show up. Simple as that. Trying to find my music. All right. Let's take a look at basically what happened overnight while we were live. I had Jay put on the test trade just to kind of show people how to place a trade. Even though it didn't work as good as we wanted it to. Let's see if I can give an example on this live. But while we wait on that, I'm trying to log into my Oanda platform. It's taking a little slow. But nonetheless, we were on the live. So it was 7. So that was 8. So yeah, like around this time, which was 7 o'clock our time, we got into a test trade just to talk about, just to give explanation on how to enter a trade, just simply. Lo and behold, Jay did get into a trade, got into a buy, and he entered right upon the breakout of this high, potentially heading for this high, but ultimately sweeping at least the midpoint of this 4-hour gap from the 22nd of June. So that's a good sign. Hopefully we can continue on that bullish run and tap into this gap from the 19th. So I feel we can do so. We just gotta get into the right position I'm currently trading out this 1 hour engulfing, so I would have been in buys from up here, but being that the market moved down, we started the live run. This time I got in underneath this little trend line, and I saw this trend line was basically forming a wedge. So if I zoom out, you can kind of see what I was seeing right there. It looked better on, I think it was the 4 hour. Yeah, that's how I look on the 4 hour. So basically, I'm looking at this as a true breakout, and then we're going to retest, and hopefully we can continue on a breakout and furthermore increase in the volume and continue higher. So that's pretty much my idea about this market currently. But as you can see, I saw these candles form in a certain pattern, so I just wanted to draw some trend lines on the low points, the connected low points. As you can see how it's trending up, it's not breaking through that area. Then the high points, it's kind of trending down, not fully breaking through that area. And then we did break through, we broke back in. So I'm expecting the same thing from this side. If not, this typically was a fake out. And judging from the size of this bearish engulfing on the 4 hour, we could continue selling off, clearing this clean traffic and breaking further into these lows potentially. So overall, we go watch and monitor this. But we here early, so we'll catch the move before it, while it's forming. I ain't gonna say before it happened, but we'll definitely catch it while it's forming. And we got targets up here, trading back into the New York Open on this new day. Even though our daily candle started back here in 1700, we like to notate the New York low. As far as the New York Stock Exchange is considered, and also considering the London session, this New York price at midnight is a key level. As you can see, market kind of respecting it here. And typically when we get a nice run away from it, especially if it's sweeping any kind of liquidity, which we didn't really get yet, we kind of set up liquidity. So I could see the market sweeping down here again, which would be 10 pips away before it pushes higher. I could see that just to entice sellers into the market. And also we got a lot of traffic we can fill in over here. And this is speaking of the smaller time frame. This is yesterday, 3 o'clock, noon to 3 o'clock. So I can take a look at that. We all have some area down here too from 11. So if we go to the 1 hour, look at 11 noon to 3 o'clock. Let's be right up in here. So yeah, we got loads of clean traffic to clear through as far as the sales. If I have to give this engulfing any power, I respect it, how it's just coming back to the zone of this resistance, showing signs of turning into support. So I can respect that to potentially clear this traffic. We may hold up right here if we get as high as the 67.20 area. Well, we continue through. We could take these highs out and continue through new highs. But overall, we do have potential level here also at 67.0405. that the market can hang up if we do break this current high and continue higher. It's just showing you areas where the market could have trouble breaking through. But if it's an important level, like we mentioned last night, it's going to take big, strong body candles to break through areas, nothing weak. This is the 1 hour, so I said it's either determined by the size of the body or the strength and control of it, meaning it didn't give off a lot of wicks. And if it did give off a wick, it was very, very, very small, according to previous wicks on the candle, meaning it was a dominant bullish or a dominant bearish candle. We need to see that on something with a lot of power, a lot of energy, like these candles, like this one here, after it left from this area, a lot of energy. Do have pre-London going into London Open, continuing with the sell-off of that bullish move. This was super early, pre-London. After it already started to sell off around, let's say about 11 o'clock. Let's say that just to be safe. Dead as 11 o'clock started to sell off. Deeper into 1 o'clock after midnight. We had continuous selling off. And then London, furthermore, took us deeper into a sell-off, which, if anything, I can say swept the breakout point of this bullish move. If you're looking at it from this trend line, that's the farthest we've come. No other structure points have been tested, even though we still have a lot of room here, some here that the market could test down to. And I wouldn't be surprised if it does. I'm just going to keep it real. I know the Australian dollar. As far as for news goes, we are maybe looking at Forex Factory, because we typically look at my FX book, but for some reason that site is down currently, which sucks because they also do a pretty decent job tracking our trades. So I'm gonna have to look for something else because I don't think don't think you can properly track on here unless if I'm wrong on Forex Factory. If you can track your trades. So we'll just keep it on the news for right now. But if we don't get what you call them back, my FX book anytime soon, then we're going to look for another option. Anyway, what we overall we waiting on is 8:30 a.m., which I believe. Let me make sure I got the right time. Eastern time. So yeah, 7:30, which is 8:30 New York. We have CPI coming out. I think that's it. CPI and core CPI. I thought it was some other news. Maybe that's what's today, Wednesday, right? Yeah. I thought the inflation change was coming out. Unless if that's coming out tomorrow during the jobless claims. That could be a tomorrow news event, but this is what we have today coming out in about 50 minutes or so. 45 minutes. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Great entry, man. That was a great entry. Even the retest entering into the Asian session. As you see the shaded box here, this outline dotted box, and then these two borders here consist of the Asian session. So we have from 8 o'clock to about 5 New York time. So that's really 7 to 4 Central time. That's like the Asian session. And within that, you have the Australian session also. That's Sydney and Tokyo. This, on the other hand, is pre-London, going into London at 3 a.m. And I believe this goes all the way out until noon-ish, or like 11 a.m. our time. So and then we got New York that started at 7. In about 10 minutes, we'll have a purple line starting to form, like you see here for New York, from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. That's the New York session. Oh yeah, we getting out. If we close like that, I'm getting out of buys right now. Wait on another setup. I don't want to engulf this like we just did. Yeah, I don't want to play with that. On the 1 hour, that 1 hour engulfing was pretty much short lived. We still got 9 minutes left on this hour. I would definitely want to wait to see how this closes. See what the 4 hour looks like. Still got 1 more hour left in the 4 hours, so which is 1 more hour for the New York Stock Exchange to open. So that would be a nice thing to wait for too. Hold on, guys, I'll be right back. Basically, what made me get out, because I was looking at the breakout following that 1 hour engulfing, but I'm kind of in some sniper entries. I know the overall move, but I need to see a break high up here before I add to that buy situation. And I was trying to get in early, but what got me out is I see these gaps up here that the market could just be algorithmically trying to fill right here. And I saw it did that here, which also created an engulfing from that on the 5 minutes. So I'm respecting that and I'm getting out of that because it could be ready to flip to continue what it did from overnight, from the selling from London and in the end of Asia session. Let's move down here. This could be more continuation. So overall, just trying to be in the move early, if you will. We're gonna look at this. I'll be right back. Got like 4 minutes left. 3 minutes left for this candle to close. Getting a large push on the 5 minute. Just swept this low. So we're gonna sweep this low and then this low. This is the last minute of this 5 minute candle and also the hourly. So we go back to the 1 hour. This is what we're looking like. Kind of bearish engulfing here at 11 o'clock going into midnight, which is 10 o'clock, 7, 8, 9, 10 o'clock engulfing. Nice sell opportunity. What we would want for this is the 1 hour to close under these bodies, under the support, which is, let's see what the open is, 66.88. That would be a nice close. Let's see if we get that. We got 40 seconds left. 66.88. $30 seconds left. We're back at 66.88. Looking like it's trying to be stubborn and not give us that close. You bitch. Let's see. I could close right at it. I don't know if it was to the T. Oh yeah, we did close below it. I wanted to close below here, 66.87.8. Yeah. I got 30 more minutes. Huh? So you got 30 more minutes. Just took out this low of the previous candle. We heading for this low. News in 30 minutes. We just got that low to sweep. All right, now it looks like we're going to attack for sure this low because it didn't get swept yet with this one. And if we're going to go there, we should go and just sweep the low in London. Let's see if we get that. And it'd be nice for this candle to create like a sweet extension lower and create like a fair value gap. Because this next candle, if it doesn't, this next candle is most highly likely to come and do a retest up here. That'll be a sweeter confirmation too for an entry that it extended this low, taking out these lows and then coming back up for a retest. Starting to see the first signs of this retest back up to here, and then continuation lower. Broke that low, previous candle. I was heading for this low potentially. That's the next target. And I already broke this low. If it's going to continue, that's what it's going to. Let's see. Just like this one just broke this low and also broke that low. We saw the break of this, and then the next target would be down here below. If not, this will be considered a sweep of this low, and then we'll push higher for that retest and then continue lower. Got 2 minutes left for this candle to close. There's more bulls coming into the market. Says equal lows. What's the low of this candle? 66,838. The low of this candle, 66,838. So that's equal lows right here. This low, this wick, and this lowest point so far. It didn't sweep to attack this low. So all we have is this bearish continuation to help us to potentially continue lower. Right now, we're starting to see the formation of the retest potentially, and we could look to possibly get in. See what the 1 hour is looking like. We got a big bullish push with this bullish engulfing on the 5 minute. Let's see what that means. So let it tell a story. Okay, one thing we do see on the 1 hour, if we do retest and hold there over the next hour, especially with the 8:30 pre-NYSE coming up, we also have that news coming in 20 minutes. So let's just see what we get, because we might be getting a bullish engulfing to go with this previous bullish engulfing. But that's hard to say because we have news coming out. So overall, let's just be patient and wait and see. At the same price, 66.90. Let's wait for news to be released. So now we can look at maybe this is going to be respected for a while, unless if news will create a bearish scenario to sweep these lows and then continue higher. And then we could look at this London sell-off as just a reason for the New York to get into buys. So let's keep an eye on that and see what we get. That news coming out in roughly 15 minutes. Let's look at the weekly so far. We are on Wednesday. Based off of structure, all I can say is we did sweep highs here. And once we did that, we engulfed it on the weekly. We do have this bullish engulfing on the weekly. This weekly so far has swept those highs. So I kind of would be leaning more towards sales for the weekly to continue selling on, so we can sweep these lows, because we already did what we had to do on the highs. But we also got to look at the scenario too, that we've been going bearish here at a level of consolidation, swept that area, creating a gap situation here, filled it in with price coming into this area, slowing off, and now we get another weekly engulfing. With that scenario, I can see it being bullish. Let's look at the daily and see if we see anything else. We got a daily engulfing here from Friday. Monday and Tuesday just been rejecting. It's looking more like buyers on this side too. Like that sweep. That low is just to test back into this area. We just tested into this area, so we could be, if this is going to close lower, we could have a nice wick to fill if we get bullish momentum. So let's see what news is going to do, what type of opportunities it's going to give us. It's gonna be a lot of pressure. We got pre-NYSE coming out. Now we have news coming out at the same time. Pre-NYSE is just like 30 minutes to an hour before New York Stock Exchange. We're pretty much in it since this 8 o'clock candle right here. And with this engulfing 805, we're already in pre-NYSE. 8:30 will be the defined moment. And then the next 30 minutes, New York Stock Exchange. But we'll be coming from 30 minutes of news release. So it's going to be a lot of volume added into the market in the next few minutes or so. 10 more minutes left. News release. CPI. They're expecting an increase of 0.2 basis points for CPI month over month. And they're expecting a decrease by 1% CPI year over year. So we're judging June from this year to last year. And then we're judging June from May, month to month. It's supposed to be an increase. So that means this number should see an increase next year, July. We should see 3.1 next year in July. It should be the previous, and then we should see a forecast. There we go. We got 8 minutes left. Let's count down. Watch the news. You gotta see the countdown right here. 5 minutes left. These 5 minutes be like an hour. Market is still sitting at that 66.90 area currently. Three minutes left. What's up, brother? What's up, man? You already know. Yeah, I got Forex Factory up right now, man. I don't know what's up with my FX book. I don't know if you experiencing the same problems.
No, I'm gonna have to check. Let me see.
I don't know if the app is The app seemed like it's good. It's just the website. Market have a little push out. Do we get the news? 20 seconds left. 20 seconds left for the news to be released. What would a CPI say? It'll be negative 0.7%. They said. And we have the release. Damn! Nikki? I should have held my buys. Because the market said buy. Boy, you see that shit? CPI ain't nothing to play with, boy. This one candle.
And it followed with the engulfing strategy.
This one candle is about to do what all overnight did for you on that one buy. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the power of Forex. This is what we'll be talking about. You see that shit? What's that? A breakout entry, 66.95, 25. That's a good what? 30 pips? You could have got about 1 minute. Now you're done. There you go, folks. Y'all saw me breaking this whole thing down all this morning. We got the bullish engulfing and go here on the 5 minute. It didn't sweep this low, which we were expecting to break and continue, but everything was kind of respecting. London was just passing the ball to sell deeper into the market because they know CPI was about to come out and the numbers are negative according to the forecast. We did get an increase in CPI month over month. We did get the decrease from year over year. It was worse than what they expected by 1%, about 0.1%. And the core CPI did drop. It was a worse drop than they expected. So overall, things are not looking good for the consumer price index. Why would you say things are not looking good? Look at the candle. It's not even on the chart no more, y'all. It's off the charts.
Yeah, I jumped in. I jumped in late, and I'm up 20 pips.
Man.
Yeah, but I mean the reason why that's bad is because people are spending more than what the Fed would like them to do.
Your microphone a little scratchy. Try to see if you can disable it and turn it back on. Or unplug your headphone.
All right.
I don't know why it's doing that. Don't worry, folks. If you did not get into this buy, there will be a retest period somewhere probably around 9, 10 o'clock for the market to retest, and you might have an opportunity to get into a buy. So just let the news do what the news is going to do. It's just like it popped up, it could come all the way down here and swing like it can. It can do whatever it needs to do. This is all a part of the plan of added manipulation into the market. In the first 5 minutes of the news release, got a nice wick to fill. Momentum is bullish. Let's see how far we ride this up. We still got more targets up here. Hadn't been tested. What is this? Yeah. From the 19th of June. Got an area wide open range. It's looking like that's what CPI is wanting to go. That's what the news is telling us. So just like I was talking about after that breakout we experienced last night during the webinar, we had a retest off of that trend line, and now we're riding that off of CPI news. So overall, we're going to let this 1 hour candle close, but when you're looking at news, you want to dial down to a smaller time frame so you can just see how things are forming. And things are looking beautiful. This right here could be that one trade for the week. This is how following the news, especially when you know the temperature of your economy and your country, and you expect it to see certain numbers come out, you can expect certain things in the market. Why is the market going up considering from the fundamental level? Well, the New York session, or the USD, the U.S. economy just experienced a lot of negative numbers for CPI. That's a heavy number that provides key indicators on how we doing in the market as far as growth, as far as how consumers are spending, and how much they like to spend for certain products. Are they overspending? Are they cutting back? All that kind of tells with growth. And a lot of companies that set prices pay attention to this number too, because they want to be in a point to where people still buying. They don't want to have it too high, because trust me, prices will come down. If ain't nobody shopping, they ain't gonna keep them up that high. That's just common knowledge, common sense, if you will. But nonetheless, weak news for the USD means no more for the weaker pair, which is the Australian dollar. They get to eat off of this news furthermore than we do. So when we have a weak, strong US dollar, the Australian dollar is going to experience a nice increase. Because for us to be weak, especially considering compared to them, when we are overpowering them, when we have a weak time, we consider very weak. Look at it like this: a 20% decrease in energy from a giant is a big deal, from a normal sized person. They could use that to their advantage and probably take them down. So that's why you see this increase so strong. Versus if we see a weak Australian dollar against the USD, that's not going to really affect the USD as much, because it won't affect us to where we won't see the same type of move, because that's expected. It's like, okay, we stronger than y'all anyway. So even if y'all was getting weak, that's expected. So it's not nothing to get excited over, if you know if that makes sense. We just go continue it as course. Only times you see a strong move like this really is whatever the US dollar is doing. Those news releases get a way bigger push, because the strength and weakness of the US dollar is a bigger deal than the strength and weakness of the Australian dollar. That makes sense. It's just real bad. It's like something to cry over. You still on that, bro? 15 minutes left on this 1 hour close, which looks like it's going to be a nice sweet engulfing. What's up, bro? You on there?
Yeah, is my sound a little better?
Way better. What you did?
Same thing as last night.
Face ass, boy. That nigga be them damn earbuds, boy. I'm telling you.
Yeah, I'll be using my old ones too. I gotta use my new ones.
Yeah.
That's when I be on my phone.
Big body. Let's see. Seem like the app tripping too. Try and see if you can get on your MyFX book if you got it. That's crazy. That's crazy.
You think it's gonna buy up for the rest of the day?
After a retest, yeah. It's gonna retest probably near the 67.20 area. Like as low as that, it might do a deep little dip like that. Let's see. Regardless, whatever it's about to do, it's gonna leave a wick for it to fill. That's for damn sure. I mean, the news, the move is tied in with the news release, and the fundamentals are lining up with that negative news release. So I feel strong on buying up. I mean, like I said, if I look at the larger time frame, this is that 4-hour gap that we haven't tapped into since June 26th. It was created on the 22nd, tapped in June 26th, and just now from CPI News, even though last night's breakout was a good interjection into that level, we got pretty much to the top of that level from CPI. So I'm thinking that news release for the rest of the day, because I don't think there's no more news for the rest of the day. Yeah, that's it. So I think that could potentially take us into tomorrow for what's tomorrow? We have the jobless claims and then like inflation rate or something like that.
I don't think so. I think it's just like jobless claims and initial and.
Oh, okay.
Are you able to check the factor?
Huh?
Are you able to check it on Forex Factor?
Let me see. Tomorrow, core PPI, unemployment claims. Yeah, so we have that tomorrow. So I'm thinking that can take us further into that other level up here from the 19th, because it's a clear area that hadn't been tapped into ever. So I'm thinking this move can take us into these levels up here. Especially if we get negative news tomorrow for the unemployment and PPI. If we get negative news for that, then for sure this trend is just going to continue from negative CPI and negative unemployment. Yeah, I feel like that trend can continue. And Friday, I don't think we're going to get much more, but I think we got the Michigan consumer sentiment. Let's see. On the 14th. Yeah, that's what we got. Michigan consumer sentiment on 14th. Shout out to Shaylin. So it's gonna be her birthday.
Shout out to Nooney, man. I'm making money on that day. Nooney.
Big facts. Got to. But yeah, that's what I see ultimately. I see us settling off somewhere in mid-level, like I said, 67.30 to 67.20. In that range, I see some kind of settling it off. Smaller time frames would be a retest to that level potentially, and then we would continue to push high and fill in that wick on this 1 hour. Because yeah, like I said, this one move did what that move last night did and more in 1 hour. I really look like damn near 30 minutes. You know. Power of news. That's that retest I was talking about right here. Oh, you got this. Oh. Sit down, Swaggy. I will wait for another 5-minute engulfing bullish to either get into buys or add to buys from this point.
Thank you for calling Southwest Florida.
Yeah. If you haven't got into anything, now is the time to, just be patient and wait for, like Six said, those lower time frames to give you something.
So yeah, right at this, see, I set the parameters from the swing low, swing high, and our 50% level is right at the New York Open of midnight. So that's lining up. So if you see any engulfings around here, or even one right here, I mean, that would be a good enough entry. But yeah, that's how you wait and be patient to get into trades, because you don't want to rush to get into nothing.
Hi, Wes. This is Patricia from Ruby.
This is a beautiful move this morning. Beautiful move.
Yeah, I went crazy. I got that buy from the
Did you
from
catch
the
sales?
webinar. Yes. Then I caught sales overnight, and then
Come on, man.
I woke up this morning and caught the news.
Yeah, you bing, bing, bing. No, big fan. I mean, that was a. Oh, let me go another way.
Bing, bing, bing. All on my phone call.
Nah, my bad. Hold on 1 second. Let me read. Yep. We back.
Yo, can you hear me?
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Ooh. Yeah, we about to wrap it up anyway in a little bit. Just wanted to see what the New York Stock Exchange open do. That 5-minute candle close. We back.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I'm gonna play that 4 hour wick fill. Look at the smaller time frames and let it get you something in. But
Oh yeah.
if you measure that, how much is that?
That's 20 pips.
Yeah, that's something. That's something worth grabbing.
That's somewhere ground for sure. It's the same thing, yeah. 20 pips. If you're looking to get in the entries, I will wait to see if we get a close above this high, this previous candle's high, and see how high we dip into these highs and see if it sets up for an entry. Other than that, wait for a deeper discount, maybe a swing below this low right here, and then hop into some buys down here. If I strongly believe the market is going to continue higher. I mean, like I said, I know there was going to be a pullback involved. We don't know. One way to tell of our early signs of pullback is looking at the smaller time frames, but nonetheless, how we trade, looking at the 1 hour and the 4 hour, I mean, you can't go off of those. You can't contest that. It is what it is. Especially with the news release, that's the reason why we getting this push the way we are. So yeah, it was bound to happen. Just broke above that high just now on the 5-minute. It's like the first sign of bullish momentum. All highs get broken and bullish. Hold on 1 second. just got that close. So if you in buys, I feel like that's the best it's gonna get.
Nice.
Yeah, we're gonna wrap it up, man. We'll be back tomorrow morning. Let's keep it updated in the chat, bro, and just monitor today going into London close in a few hours, and then yeah, we should be breaking out of this consolidation of this gap soon, and that'll be it.
For sure, for sure.
With
Yeah,
that,
man, I
man.
got you.
All right, bro. I'm gonna holler at you.
All right, y'all. See y'all tomorrow morning. Peace out.
Peace, peace.